In today's video, we're going to teach you the best farming strategy for Gold and Elixir at Town Hall 10 and 11. Stay tuned for lots of loot and live attacks. What is going on, guys? Judo, Sloth here, and welcome to today's video where we are going to show you the best farming strategy for Gold and Elixir at Town Hall 10 and 11. It is none other than the Bowlers, guys. The Bowlers are a Dark Elixir Troop, which makes them fantastic for Gold and Elixir. I personally use this strategy for Elixir, but let me know what you use down in the comments below. As ever, if you enjoyed this video and find it helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Clash of Clans. So this is my army composition. I don't alter it at all, guys. This is what I use each and every attack. 6 healers, 26 bowlers, 3 rage spells, 2 jump spells, and a poison just in case there are any clan castle troops. We're going to show you plenty of replays in order to teach you this attack. Now you'll notice I don't have any clan castle troops. This strategy works either way. I personally, if I have them, great. If not, it still works, so I don't even bother bothering my clanmates about it. So let's get into some live attacks and show you exactly how this works, and then, we'll get into a live attack as well. So as we show you some of these replays, just check out the log. You can see that, I pull in more elixir because that's the resource that I'm going for, but I'd say on average about 300,000 of each, because being a Dark Elixir troop, I'm pulling in Gold and Elixir all the time, and I'm also getting a good amount of Dark Elixir there to make sure I can use the strategy over and over. Now, what league do you want to farm in? I farm in Champions League. This works right through Crystal League, right the way up, and you need to farm in a league you're comfortable with. You're going to lose loot on defense, guys. That's just how the game works. As long as you pull in more than that, then everyone is happy. So, you need to be comfortable. At the end of the day, you need to be able to win the attack. If you don't win the attack and pull in any loot, then you're not going to be successful. So if that means being in a lower league, then you need to do that, guys. So we're going to teach you the exact attack. Now, what side of the base do you want to attack from? Your primary focus is the loot. So if all of the elixir storages are at one side and that's what you're going for, that's the side of the base to hit. Remember that the town hall is a storage now as well, guys. So you need to take that into account. On this base, I decided to come from the northeast because that town hall is over that area as well, and there is a ton of Dark Elixir there that we're going to get. So basically, at the start of every attack, you want to set your funnel queen with 3 healers on one side, bowlers with healers on the other. I tend to send in 7 bowlers, but we'll go through this in a bit more depth as the replays go on. Then 2 jump spells give you access through the base, and your rage spells help to push the main bowlers forward. Time that Grand Warden's ability as necessary, guys. Obviously, if you're at Town Hall 10, you can't do that, but if you're attacking an 11 with an Eagle Artillery, as it shoots up, when it's going to come down, that is the prime time in order to use that ability. Obviously, if there's giant bombs or something go off as well, you can time it before the bomb goes off, just depending on the base. But as you can see, the strategy is strong enough to actually get you right the way through the base and even get you the 100% a lot of the time. Again, it's base specific. If they're max bases, then it's going to be a lot more difficult. It just depends on what you can get out of the base. So we'll go through quite a few of my attacks here and just explain what I'm doing, why I attacked from where, so that you can use this strategy as well. So along with my loot bonus, that was about 500,000 of each. Let's go down to the next one again, 100%. This time, again, it's an 11, but the Eagle is out of action. Check that out, guys. So that's fantastic stuff. Anything like that, then that's going to be very helpful. So we come from the top here because I felt it was easy enough to get these storages along with the town hall, and honestly, on this base I could have attacked from just about anywhere, but I didn't want to hit that single Inferno head on, so that's why I attacked from here. We have the queen with 3 healers going around one side and the bowlers from the other. Once you have that funnel set, just wait, guys. Be patient until you have that funnel and you know that your main group of bowlers is going to come right into the middle. Check this out. There's nowhere else for them to go apart from right into the middle of the base. Then just use your rage spells to push them forward. Again, that Grand Warden's ability timed nicely. Kind of messed up the second rage spell there, which I put on top of the other one, but as you can see, I did actually save a couple of bowlers on this one because there was a lot of loot on the outside. But as I was gonna say, your main bowlers are in the middle and your queen and the other bowlers tend to walk around the outside, and often you know, often what you'll find is that they take out the perimeter, your main group comes through the middle, very similar to a lot of war strategies, and that will help you get the 3 stars, but nonetheless, no one cares about what you actually get. I don't care if I even lose a battle. I'm not trophy pushing. If I get that loot, fantastic. If you get the win, obviously you get your loot bonus as well, so you kind of want to do that. Let's go down to the bottom of the log here, because I want to show I attack Town Hall 10s as well. Obviously, whatever gives you the loot, take it, guys. You want to take the bases that you know you can take. So queen on this side, I attack the barracks here, and the reason is I was trying to target the cannon, so it doesn't pay off in this one, but what you want to try and do is target your group of ballers in initially so that they'll actually take out a point defense behind the initial building you're taking. We'll show you some more examples of that, but as you can see, I'm just waiting until the ballers have created a funnel on the right. Queen has created the funnel on the left, and it's the same thing, guys. The ballers come forward. I do not have to worry about the Eagle Artillery, so I can use my Grand Warden's ability as they move forward and decide to use it over them balloons, and that's where that poison spell comes in order to help take them balloons out, because they would do massive amounts of damage to my ballers. And again, guys, the rage spell in the middle, just check it out. As the ballers start blasting them boulders forward, look at the buildings behind that they're actually taking out, which they're not directly targeting, but they're actually taking out because of that bounce. That is where the ballers are so powerful. And again, just see the elixir storages just going down and the loot coming in for me. So we have plenty of other replays. I'll go through them because some of them just teach you different things, and really from this video I want you to try and get a full picture of a wide variety of base layouts that you can actually get this strategy to work on. Ultimately, if the loot is there, you want to hit it. This one, it's another great base for the ballers because they can easily get around the base, and what you need to focus on here is, notice how I tried to get that point defense as well. Didn't quite happen. The Inferno towers are both set to single, so that's not as much of an issue, and the base is symmetrical. However, I come in from the south because, again, the town hall made up my mind. That means there's 3 storages in this southern half of the base. So for me, that's, you know, if I get the storages on the back end, that is a bonus. You don't want to set the bar too high, guys, or you'll just get yourselves frustrated. Honestly, you know, you're going to fail some attacks as well. Just bear that in mind, guys. You're not going to pull in the victory and pull in the loot with each one. You have to factor in that sometimes you are going to fail. That is a fact of the game, of life. It's going to happen, guys. So on this one, we managed to get just about all the storages. Going to get a couple of hits on that one on the left. Not quite going to get round to the right-hand side one, but I did secure that town hall. And what it means is, out of the 5 storages, I secured 3 of them. So over half of the loot. I'm happy with that. 400,000 elixir plus my loot bonus means that I get about 600,000 in this one, so that's fantastic. That's why I attacked from the south with that base. Let's go on to the next one, and again, hopefully it can just show you a few different things that you would want to do. Now, I do have a miner here because that was in preparation for my war attack. This base is perfect. The queen is going to have no problem walking around, as is the ballers. Again, target the point defense first. If you can target a defense when you bring in your group of ballers, then do it. It is going to help you out massively. Get your funnel created, guys. So the queen here, she's going to break the wall, but then she's going to take out this area. The ballers are going to take out this area. Then I can bring the 2 jump spells in. Bring in your Barbarian King first. If the Eagle Artillery starts, it's going to lock onto the King first. He can attract the point defense, keep it off your ballers. The rage spells coming forward will then help the ballers come through and just monitor the attack. Use the Grand Warden's ability as necessary. Now, guys, I am using all heroes here. Sometimes you will have some of them upgrading. Obviously, the strategy isn't going to work as well, but it still works. I still use it when my heroes are upgrading. The Grand Warden is brilliant for that ability, especially on your group of ballers. It's a lot harder to do if you don't have your queen. The king is not as much of an issue. As you can see, I actually missed the town hall, tried to snipe it with that miner, but didn't quite get it. But again, the strategy is very strong. They're going to walk around the outside. We're going to finish up this raid. Look at the health on that town hall. So unlucky. But we're going to finish out this raid and get it anyway. So again, just trying to go over the different aspects here. We've kind of mentioned a lot of the stuff. I don't overcomplicate it, guys. This isn't kind of advanced war strategy, anything like that. It certainly isn't. Just throw them troops in there, get the loot, and that is all you are interested in, really. So this one, again, where do you want to attack from? Notice the town hall is a storage. Can you get in towards that a little bit earlier? So that's why I'm attacking from the northeast side. It's as simple as that, guys. That is my primary reason. So Queen locked onto the archer tower quite nicely. Managed to get a couple of the point defense there with the bowlers. Make sure you put them wide enough so they'll get that funnel, and then you can see exactly what I'm going to do. If you haven't guessed it this far in the video, then maybe just rewind and start watching back from the start, because as you can see, jump spells forward, they're giving access right to that town hall. The funnel's being created with the bowlers on one side, Queen on the other. This huge pack of bowlers is going to go straight to the middle. You can use that Grand Warden's ability as they get close to the middle. Notice that giant bomb going off. Managed to get that Grand Warden's ability in so that the giant bomb would be tanked, and also the Eagle artillery fire. They are two key things that you want to take into account with that Grand Warden ability. Now as they come forward, this other elixir storage is going down. It's just whether we can get the one on the back end, and then we've got all of it. And again, guys, this is a gold farming strategy as well. I'm personally trying to upgrade my Warden at the moment, so that's why I'm primarily going for elixir. If you use or need gold, then you can use this equally the same. What it's not good for is Dark Elixir, because it's a Dark Elixir Troop. However, there are plenty of other farming strategies. The Loonion, you know, the mass miners, anything like that, which is an elixir-based army, is obviously going to give you the most profit. As you can see, 5,500 Dark Elixir alongside my loot bonus means that I have more than enough to keep this attack going and actually slowly build up the Dark Elixir as well. As it happens, we're going to run out of time on this one and just miss out on the 100%. But again, plenty of loot. These are all within my one log as well, guys. So just bear that in mind. This is each one of my, of my attacks within the log. And I didn't have to wait long for these. Couple of minutes at best until I got this loot. As I said, I farm in Champions League, but let me know what you farm in. Are you getting anything different? Notice how I tried to target the wizard tower there. I keep mentioning that, but it's a key thing which you can just very easily, take out a point defense there to help with your bowlers quite easily. Don't forget your Queen's ability. And again, funnels created, jump spells coming forward, mass groups of bowlers are coming through. Again, I want to keep this very simple. My channel is very much helping the masses. So if I can keep an attack strategy which will give you success simple, then I'm going to do that. And in a nutshell, guys, I don't complicate things with these farming raids. If I fail, I fail. That's it. No pressure. Get the funnel created with one side and the other. Mass bowlers come through. And again, just look at them swarm that base. They're absolutely crushing this. And this is a decently upgraded Town Hall 11. This base is history. I got the 2-star. You were trophy pushing, then brilliant, you've pulled in some trophies, and we've also managed to get most of the loot here as well. So there you are, guys. Again, notice where the loot is. I haven't mentioned that this far because this is primarily a storage attack strategy, but if the loot is on the outside within the collectors, make sure you get that. Make sure you factor that in. I do have a replay here, must be the next one, where I actually factored that in. And it's very subtle. You might not even notice it, but I do factor in that a lot of loot is on the outside. In fact, I think it was that one earlier where I kept the bowlers. Didn't mention it at the time, but I actually walked the Queen around the northeast side. Actually, we're going to run out of time on this one, so I'll just skip this attack and get on to the next one. But I actually walked the Queen around the northeast side because there was a lot of loot there. Actually, it's this attack. Absolutely perfect timing. So notice this. The bowlers would want to go into the base here. They wouldn't want to walk around the outside, whereas the Queen's more likely to do that. And check out all of the elixir here, so I do not want to miss that. So that is why I send the Queen around that side, because she's going to stick on the outside. She's going to get each one of them elixir mines, which is going to be perfect. Also, on the left-hand side, we have that group of bowlers, and they've already created that funnel. So then we have the rest of the army coming through, and you can see straight away, you can see the buildings here drawing the bowlers in. You want to leave a breadcrumb of buildings to draw your troops in. And again, just look at them mass ballers. Giants come out, so I've got that poison spell to take them down and help the ballers through. But then just look at how they ransack the middle of the base. It just goes down in a flash. Queen's still working on them elixir mines on the outside, so just fantastic stuff. And again, you can just see how effective the strategy is, so I hope that this video has helped you. We'll get into a live attack after this one, so that you can hopefully see me plan a base there and then just hit it. But again, there's not a lot of planning. It is what it is. If you fail, you fail. If you get the loot, you get the loot. But as you saw there, just from my log, all of them replays were from my one attack log. It's a very successful strategy. It will pull you loot a lot of the time. So let's get into it then, guys. There is the army composition. Same thing. Never change it. And let's find a match. If there are any... Now, this would be a good one to hit in terms of getting the elixir. Obvious where you want to attack from. But there's not actually that much there. So I'm going to skip it. Again, guys, anything I've missed, anything you feel that would help other people, make sure to drop it in the comments below. Now, this one is a Town Hall 10, so we've got a brilliant chance of taking it. You have to factor in your odds of winning the attack and winning the loot. So we've got a good chance of taking it. And 330,000 elixir, that's pretty good. Alongside my loot bonus, that's 500,000 elixir. That's pretty good and good enough for me. I could get more gold, I could continue hunting, but who knows how long it will be before, you know, we have to wait of an attack, and we are rolling with a video, and we've run out of time. So where are we going to bring the queen? Where are we going to bring the ballers? Now, I think what we're going to do is bring the queen along the top here, because the air defense is closer on this side, and it means that we can hopefully get that with the queen before we would be able to do it with the bowlers. Can we target any point defense? Let's try and target the cannons there with the bowler. So the double cannon, watch it. Is it going to go down, guys? Hopefully. Yep, so there we are. We targeted that point defense, got that down brilliantly, which worked very nice. We just could do with that storage going down, but it's not going to happen. So let's go ahead, bring the king in. Not very happy that that elixir storage here has stayed alive, because that could very much take our ballers around the outside. So that's why I've just took the king, pressed his ability, just so that we can encourage a lot of ballers to come into the middle here, because I don't really want, you know, I didn't want them to go around the outside, basically. And I'm just trying to work out where my warden actually is. I can't see him. He's right over there with that group of ballers. And let's just try. We still have the queen's ability. Let's get the final rage spell in over here. Just watching that single inferno, basically. I don't want it to lock onto my queen and take it out. It did, but the queen was certainly there beforehand. This group of ballers might go down to this balloon, but do I want to actually use the poison spell? What am I going to gain from that? They wouldn't have got that storage. Certainly wouldn't have. I mean, against a Town Hall 10, that's kind of a fail. You wouldn't believe the pressure that it actually puts on you trying to commentate an attack. But 300,000, 200,000 in my loot bonus, so that is 500,000 elixir. So that's pretty good going, guys. I mean, your spells do add up, so I've probably gained 250,000 elixir from that, even more. And then we still have the army composition there again, but I'm not going to hit it because I don't have the heroes. It still works without the heroes, as we were saying, just not as effective. So I'm just going to wait. I know that video was a little bit, you know, all over the place at the end there in terms of the live attack, but I hope that them replays have helped you out. Make sure to leave a like on the video if it did, and drop me any other comments down below to help other players out. I've been your host, Judo Sloth, and that will wrap it up for this one. And until next time, peace out, guys. Stay tuned for more Clash of Clans.